I just got finished door dashing. I bought this Italian sub, which apparently has an entire day's calories in it. It says it has 1,800 calories, which I don't know. I guess that's why every Italian you see is either like big Tony Soprano because they eat a ton of cured meats, or they just eat like a baguette a day. I know a baguette is French, but you know what I mean. They just have like half of a slice of bread a day, and they're real lean and sexy long black hair just hanging out at the beach. Ooh, now I'm going. Now I'm getting started. I also got a little bit of honey mustard I'm putting on it, and I think I'm just gonna complain about rich people. Oh my god. Oh man, I'm making a mess already. Uh, because door dashing, I on DoorDash, you can add a tip after your order, but I think it's kind of hard to do. I've never ordered DoorDash because that shit costs too much. But you can add a tip after your order, and I've never had a rich house do it. I've done like I've done deliveries where the food is cold because it took the place so long, and I get there and it's a bumfuck rundown shitty place, and after I deliver it to them, they just add on like an $8 tip. Not Oh, that was my Bluetooth talking. I don't know if the mic picked that up. Not once has a rich house added an extra tip onto me. The closest I've got is last night I did a suburban neighborhood house, and the lady asked, she's like, "How do I add on an extra tip?" I Google how, I send it to her, and she's like, "I can't figure it out. Do you have PayPal?" And I'm like, "Is this bitch scamming me?" I sent her the PayPal. She sends me $15. And it was like a young girl. I don't know if she was the owner of the house or not. Maybe she thought I was so sexy through the Ring camera. Probably the most likely explanation. Um, Maybe I shouldn't. I don't like talking and eating. It's just hard to listen to. Too bad. I guess that's what I'm doing. Big ass chunk of cheese just fell out. That's what I'm talking about. Mmm. I didn't buy a drink. Oh, I've got a whole case in the back. We're good. All right, I'm gonna slow down on the eating. If you've made it this far, great job. Uh, I have these. I pretty almost always have like cases of soda in my car because that's my water, and it's probably why I have such bad health. But one time, around when I first started keeping soda in my car, it was summertime and the soda was like warm, but I was like, that's fine. I opened the soda, boom! Loudest fucking sound. I think the loudest thing I've ever heard in my life. It was louder than a gunshot. I was in my sister's car. I'm cracking open the Diet Coke. The second the seal breaks, shotgun just shoots in the air. But genuinely, my ears rang for longer than they ever have. I don't know if I've already told this story in a YouTube video. Uh, I look over at my sister. I expect to see her head exploded. Like, I'm like, that's what just happened. We just got fucking assassinated. And she's just laughing at the soda that's exploding all over me. And I was like, huh? Like, I couldn't hear her. She says something. I see her mouth move. I couldn't see it. I was like, now I understand why movies do that when the grenade goes off, the ringing, and just like the huh? That was the closest I've gotten to like diving on a grenade to save my comrades or something. Like, it was probably gave me permanent hearing damage if I didn't already have it, which I do. And I was kind of like, I open sodas all the time when I'm driving. If I did that when I was on the freeway, it probably would have killed me, and it probably could have been a good lawsuit because I couldn't find anything on the container warning that that's a possibility. I didn't know that was a thing. Like, I know fucking soda will expand when it's frozen, it'll break the can, but I didn't know it was a thing that if it gets a little too warm or a little too hot, it'll sound like a fucking grenade going off. Like, I don't know. I feel like there should be a warning on the fucking box. Cause I don't know. Maybe I'm just a dumbass and that's common sense, but sorry, I had to eat. I don't really know if I've eaten today. Um oh yeah, rich people. when I worked at when I worked at a health food store, a lot of rich people would come in. We had a tip jar in the back. And the rich people just complain at like the machine showing the tip screen all the time. And the poor people would tip like fucking crazy. Like if I need $10, I think you're more likely to get $10 from someone high on meth than you are from someone in like a tuxedo. Like if I'm in a public place and I need $10, you know who I'm going to for $10? It's going to be the person who has scabs on their face cuz they know how to share. And I was thinking like rich people will talk about how much they worked for their wealth, and to them it's true because it's so relative. Like to them, they think working 30 hours a week is like whew. Or they're like, I worked 50 hours a week for one summer back in college. That's hard work and I never did it again. Because to them, if you have a life with no struggle, the littlest struggle feels like it. It's like the fucking kind of like the chronically online like teenagers who will trauma dump, and it's just like the blandest shit you've ever heard. You're like, I didn't even know that could be considered trauma by somebody. But because it's relative, if you've never felt pain in your life and you fucking prick your finger on a thumbtack, that's going to be the worst thing that's ever happened to you. You're going to cry for an hour. I remember low key, I got the ick from one of my exes cuz she like I don't she like tripped in the snow and her knee like landed in the snow and she just dragged it on for like an hour, and I was like, "Did you break your knee?" And she was just like, "No, it's just like it feels like a rash." I'm like, "Yeah, that's cuz it was cold, snow." And she did that a couple times. It gave me like I was just like, "Really? I don't know. I don't know why having a low pain tolerance is an ick in a girl. Like girls aren't supposed to experience pain." But it did give me the ick. And that being said, it's like a rich person struggles, but they would never survive a single day as like a real working class person. And a real working class person relative would never survive a day as like a Palestinian child. And then because it's relative, a Palestinian child would never survive a single day as a single white male Twitch streamer. Truly, truly the people who struggle the most. And you're here judging me because I'm trying to multitask. Do you think I have the time to eat separately from recording a video? Mm-mm. I'm going to eat while driving and probably get pulled over. I don't have the time, okay? I got to do 10 things at once. I got to think about the next video game I'm going to play. I got to think about what food I'm going to make and if I'm going to make a TikTok tonight. Oh my God. You can't even comprehend what I'm doing. That's truly why I think I might be the strongest person in the world emotionally. Speaking of eating with driving, the problem with me making so few of these videos so far apart, I don't remember what I've talked about, but one time I was driving, I had a box of granola bars in the passenger seat. My little brother's in the back. I reach over, grab a granola bar at a stoplight, fully stopped at a stoplight. I open the granola bar and eat it. And then right when the light turns green, whoop, whoop behind me. And I'm like, what the fuck did I do? I pull over and the officer's like, so you opened that granola bar at that stoplight. I was like, what? I was like, I thought my insurance was expired or something. And he's like, yeah, you got to have both hands at the wheel. And I was like, at a stoplight? He's like, yes, even at a stoplight. Because it wasn't even like two hands. I didn't reach over. It was like one hand on the wheel, other hand reaches over like a grenade. Third time I've mentioned a grenade this video, I think. The cop pulled me over for that, and I kind of feel like my reaction made him realize he's really fucking stupid. And because then he was like, when's the last time you got pulled over? And I was like, 6 months ago when a cop said that I did a rolling stop at a stop sign. And he was like, yeah, you got to drive more carefully. I was like, what? He acted like I was like a crazy animal, just driving like a freak, just tearing up these streets. I'm eating granola bars at stop signs. I'm doing rolling stops at a stop sign. And I'm really an arguing person. It's so hard for me when I get pulled over for some bullshit to not be like, "You're a fucking idiot." Like, when I got pulled over for the rolling stop before that, it was I did not rolling stop. I did a complete stop for, like, 3 full seconds, like, looking side to side. The cop was so far down the road, and it was, like, completely dark out. And so then he pulls me over, and he's like, "You did a rolling stop." And I have to, like, "Oh, really? I'm sorry, officer. I'm sorry you were fucking a mile down the road and sped down the road to tell me I did a rolling stop. You can't fuck." It's fine. Oh, fuck. I've been forgetting to put my honey mustard on. Damn it. Some good Italian meat. You always. Did I run out of things to talk about already? Am I done complaining about rich people? Uh, it is just like a phenomenon in the human mind that when you get rich, you want to share it less and you feel like you earned it. People, it's just like psychologically, no one wants to admit that they were lucky. They always just want to be like, I earned it. Someone who wins the lottery, at first they'll be like, I was lucky. And they'll probably keep saying they're lucky later, but eventually they're gonna be like, well, I worked really like I bought a lot of lottery tickets. Like I bought a lot of lottery tickets. It wasn't just handed to me. I I picked the numbers and I kept picking like I analyzed. I did deep analysis on the numbers. Like I asked the guy behind the gas station if he had a method and he told me his method on the numbers. And I used that for a while and then I adapted it into my own method. And and that's why I won, okay? And that's just what happens if you were born rich or you get rich. I remember fuck, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I don't whatever, it doesn't matter. I remember years ago I read this like I think it was like a college student study, like a Harvard student study. So like, maybe not the most official thing ever, but they did a rigged game of Monopoly where like one player would get like twice the money when they went around go, another player would get and they would get like more money for hotels or whatever. And when they surveyed them after, like a huge amount of the players, I got sauce on my arm. Uh would say like, "Well, yeah, I had an advantage, but I also just played more tactically. Like, I didn't just get the win from nothing. Like, I played more tactically. Like, I bought the right hotels. And yeah, maybe I had double the money, but they could have won if they didn't." And I think I don't know. I like to think that I'm different and I wouldn't think that. I think the fact that I know that's a thing might keep me from doing that if I got rich. I think maybe I just would hate I don't know if I would let myself get very rich. But I'm kind of scared like I would win the lottery and that'd be me. I'd be like, well, I streamed on Twitch every single night for years. Okay. It wasn't just handle me. I had to play a lot of video games to get where I am. All right. All right. What a shitty video. Um, it's for Ava. I was thinking about starting a podcast, and I used to always mock the idea of starting a podcast because is that not it's maybe more embarrassing than like being a wannabe SoundCloud rapper is being a white dude starting a podcast. But is this video not just a mini podcast? This video is about to be like 15 minutes long. If I did it every day, that would add up to being like an hour-long podcast every week. And see, the thing is, no one is going to sponsor these videos where I complain about shit in my car while eating a sub. But if I do it with like an okay microphone sitting at home and it gets some views, suddenly it's like, wait a minute, we'll pay you to run shitty fucking BetterHelp bullshit therapy. Hmm? Think about that. If I do start a podcast though, here's the thing. I will take any sponsor as long as they give me an upfront payment. I'm not doing that affiliate bullshit. Let me know if you think I should start a podcast instead. Because then, see, this just gets posted on YouTube. A podcast I can post on every single platform. And I don't know. Then I can become the rich people that I complain about if I complain well enough about things. And I guess if I was gonna do it like an hour a week, I'd probably have to like talk about the news, which I guess I wouldn't mind. Do you want to see me talk about the news? I'm guessing, let me guess how many videos or how many views this video has. I'm going to go 9 views. All right. Thank you for watching.